Unknown has been receiving quiet, persistent requests from women begging him to create content just for them, to reveal his secrets, to guide them in the subtle arts of attraction. Yet he refuses, not out of disdain, but out of principle, and perhaps a trace of weariness. He spoke of this to me once, his voice laced with frustration, and in that moment I offered my perspective, not as a spectator, but as a woman who has walked through fire and emerged with knowledge etched into her bones. Understand something about me. In my former life I worked as a stripper, high-end escort for millionaires, and currently write novels and garden as my passion. I refuse to go back to that life because of how it psychologically changed me. But despite that, I'm not the best looking, and I was able to earn so much money that I can live in retirement. But as Unknown would tell you, I knew the game better than most women. Some would say I knew the game better than him. Before we start, I have linked my YouTube channel on the description on the comments section. Subscribe at your own apparel. So with that quick intro, let's get sneaky. You must first understand, before you even dare to open your mouth, that words are not for truth. Words are not for honesty. Words are not for your emotional relief. Words are instruments of power, tools of influence, and weapons of subtle domination. Most people speak because they are weak, because they are uncomfortable with silence, because they lack the discipline to let mystery do the work for them. But you are not here to be most people. You are here to learn how to let your silence create your mystery, to let what you do not say carry more weight than all the desperate confessions of the ordinary mind. You see, the human brain is lazy, always seeking efficiency, always saving energy. Before words, humans had to observe, to study, to feel the nonverbal, to burn mental fuel, reading every glance, every movement, every hesitation. But words made it easy, made it shallow, made it convenient, and from this convenience arose imagination, and from imagination arose fantasy, and from fantasy arose vulnerability. Words stimulate fantasies, and fantasies control behavior. This is the origin of your power. You must stop seeing words as mere communication and begin seeing them as music. There is music, and then there is noise. The foolish speak noise, spewing thoughts impulsively, revealing their insecurity like open wounds. But you speak music. Your words must intoxicate, lure, seduce, confuse, and introduce the irrational into the disciplined, rational mind of your target. For when reason fades and imagination awakens, that is when true influence is born. Understand this. It is not what you say that gives you power, but what you cause them to imagine. Words are a paintbrush, and the mind is your canvas. Every sentence you offer is not a statement. It is a suggestion, an image, a seed planted in their emotional soil. And what they imagine becomes their expectation. And what they expect becomes their emotional reality. Humans carry within them a deep sense to believe, an echo of childhood when promises meant safety and words meant survival. Remember the child who waits for his father to return from the store, faithfully, obediently, convinced that the promise will be fulfilled, that obedience, that trust, that willingness to suspend logic for hope never fully leaves us. It simply matures and disguises itself. And you, if you are wise, will know how to awaken that instinct and use it to your advantage. This is why I tell you, if you are not good with words, then be quiet. Let your silence speak. Let them fill the void with their own imagination. Mystery is power. Vagueness is dominance. The more you explain, the more common you appear. The more you justify, the less control you possess. Powerful people impress by saying less, by leaving space where curiosity can fester and desire can grow. When you speak, keep it simple, short, succinct. Do not blabber like the insecure masses who speak merely to soothe their own anxiety. You are not here to soothe yourself. You are here to command perception. Keep your words light, casual, friendly, yet carry beneath them an unspoken intensity. A look, a pause, a slight hesitation. These are the details that create tension, Intention is the breeding ground of obsession.